Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's recipe is Ata dindin or Nigerian fried palm oil stew. So the name is derived from the ingredients because of the peppers used. I use bell peppers, koshibone, chili peppers, and of course some onions. These are the main ingredients for this recipe. So you can either use fish or chicken or turkey or beef, whatever, or you can combine. But today I'm going to be using Titus fish to cook mine. So stay tuned to the end of this video to see how it's going to turn out. Okay, so this is me cutting the fish now. I'm removing the fins and then I'm going to cut it into tiny pieces because I like cutting my fish into smaller pieces for quick cooking, of course. So now after cutting it, I'm just going to go ahead and wash it very well and then season it with this fish seasoning with some curry powder, ginger powder, everything mixed together, and allow it to marinate for about 2 to 3 hours depending on how much time you have. So I've mixed everything now. As you can see, I'm just going to go ahead to cover it and allow it to marinate so that all the seasoning, all the spices can soak into the fish very well for that delicious taste, flavor, aroma, everything combined. So this is me covering it now. I'm just going to cover it and set it aside. So while we're waiting for it, I'm just going to clean up the peppers for blending. I've washed it. I'm just removing the seed and cutting it into smaller pieces to enable it blend very well. So this is the bell peppers. Don't mind the size. This was the size I saw in Nigerian markets, although they have the bigger one, but before you see that one, it will be in shopping malls. So this is the one I could lay my hands on as at the time I needed it. So I'm just slicing it and adding it into the blender for blending. So this one is the chili peppers. As you can see, I'm cutting it, and of course I'm also going to blend some onions with it and then fry, or rather saute the other onion when I'm ready to fry this after blending. So cut it up, repeat the same process for others, and then blend. As you can see, it's blending. I prefer to blend mine roughly, but if you want yours to be very smooth, you can go ahead and blend it very smooth. So after blending, I just want to sieve out the excess water. So in a saucepan, I added palm oil, onions. This onion is for flavor because I want the fish to have that onion aroma. That's how we usually, in fact I grew up doing this. That's how most of us do this in Nigeria. So the fish now, this time is ready to fry. So I'm just going to fry it until it's nice and crispy. Then I'm just going to go ahead and remove it while we continue the cooking process.
Jollof rice, breakfast, and ideas. You can find us on Instagram as Hodelty, Facebook page.
So the fish is ready. I did not show the part where I flipped it over for other side to fry because it was splashing. So now I have to put off the heat and then remove it from the oil. It's ready to be used, properly fried. The next thing I'm going to do now is using this same oil that I used for the fish. I'm still going to use the same oil to prepare the palm oil sauce or palm oil stew. So stay tuned, watch to the end and see how it's going to come out. So what I did there was remove that onions I added to fry the fish. Now the oil is hot. Now I'm adding some nicely fresh and chopped onions. Allow it to saute for a couple of minutes and then pour in the blended mix.
We showcase food recipes, Nigerian food like egusi soup, jollof rice, breakfast, and ideas.
Now that the pepper is in, we're just going to give it a very good stir. Mix everything up.
Stay tuned and share our videos.
Did you notice that the oil is gone? All the oil, this pepper don't swallow everything. Well, it's still going to release it when it's very fried. So just keep stirring. This is now is about 10 minutes. I'm still going to fry it for another 10 minutes before adding the ingredients. So stay tuned. As you can see, the oil is beginning to bubble up, so this is another 20 minutes. I'm adding 2 seasoning cubes due to the quantity of this pepper, but you can adjust yours. You can use 1 or 3 or more depending on the quantity of the peppers you are using. So this is grounded crayfish, of course, is needed for this local recipe, and this is smoked fish. It's totally optional. You can add more if you want. You can use snail, you can use whatever of your choice. So that salt is very necessary. So I'm just going to combine everything together.
Stay tuned and share our videos.
As you can see, it's ready. You can see the oil is floating now. So at this stage, this is a sign to know that this pepper is properly fried. It's fried pepper, of course, that's what the recipe says. So at this stage, it's time to add the protein. I'm adding the fried fish at this stage, and let everything soak in for another 5 minutes before removing it from heat. One thing you should know is that when you are using fish, you should be very careful when you are stirring it. If not, you end up like the fish may turn to pieces or scattered. So just be careful while stirring it so that you don't end up messing up fried fish. So guys, the look, the aroma, the taste, everything about this recipe is just amazing. And the good thing is that you can adjust the spiciness. If you don't want yours to be too spicy, then you don't use a lot of scotch bonnet. So you see, it's so delicious. It goes well with plantain. Yummy. If you'd like to see how I dismantle the head of this fish, you can check out my mukbang videos on my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up and comment.